Hey y'all. So as y'all might know or might not know if you saw my last video, or reel or short, that I have been working on this Halloween slash fall collection. Excuse me. I wanted it to be something spooky and sweet. I drew it myself, y'all. That's why I added that little clip in the front at the beginning like that. I was like, you know what? I need to start using my talents a little more, my drawing skills. And I was looking for ways that I can make money drawing my own art and selling it without having to, put it on a easel and say, hey, let's go to an art auction or an art display and, wait on these people to want to buy my art for thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars. I was like, shoot, I like cute stuff. So why not make these bookmarks everybody's been buying and talking about and bragging about? So I did me some research out, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. While I was doing those and putting them together, it made me realize, hey, I need something else to go with it. So I came up with this. I don't know if y'all seen in my other videos in the background that I always had like a little notepad on the side that I had made. I had always been making notepads, y'all, since elementary school. This is something we've been doing since school days. If you're a 90s girl like me, and you've always been a crafter, then you know what I'm talking about. This ain't nothing new. We've always did this. And I just wanted to make something that I know I dealt with every day, all day. And when I made the ghost, y'all, I was like, you know what? I gotta go ahead and make a collection to go with it. Yeah, I just can't stop. It's too cute. I love the ghost. I love the ghost with the drip and the strawberry. You can call it blood if you want to, but to me, it's the strawberry juice. But it's just so fitting for everything that's going on. And while I was doing all of those, y'all, I was like, you know what? I need to make some packaging for this stuff. I can't just make it. So I designed some packaging. Um, this right here, what I'm cutting out, it took me a minute to figure out how I wanted it to look. I knew I wanted to have the blueberry, the sweet and spooky theme. I call it the blueberry um collection, but I knew I wanted that. And look at it, y'all. I'm so pleased. I'm very, very happy with how it came out. I love it so much, and I just cannot wait for y'all to have one if you want one. Um, these were the other ones. Yes, I'm so excited. The ones with the white background, I would use those for my um candy corn bookmarks, and the ones without the white background, I would use those for the ghost. So I was making candy corn, y'all, and I was like, you know what? Let me just show them what I be doing over here. So what I do over here. So this is what I do, y'all, in my free time. When I do have free time, I do like to try to draw some things. And I took that drawing straight from Procreate. I don't know if y'all use Procreate. I use it. I took that drawing straight from there and brought it over to um, my Cricut settings, my Cricut software, and I made it into a sticker. Well, not actually a sticker. I just made it into a flat. I forgot the proper word, but you're loaded up as a flat piece, a solid piece, as a print and then cut. I think that's what it was. When I did that, I added a white outline around it. You get to choose how big you want your outline, how small you want your outline. And then I was like, maybe I should stop screen recording this stuff because this is my personal art and I don't want anybody taking it. And maybe I should just record me actually in the action of it like this. What do y'all think? I've seen people. I don't want to lose my art. Not saying it's just that original, but I ain't seen no ghost holding no strawberry with strawberry juice dripping out of his mouth with little fangs. I just think that's the cutest thing. So I think that's mine. But yeah, I don't want people to take it. I don't want to be a target. But at the same time, that's what comes with this, right? So here I am creating a magnetic bookmark. I decided to use the strawberry corn. Well, this is actually a berry corn. I call it a berry corn. I decided to use the berry corn for a magnetic bookmark. I thought they were really, really cute. I got a daughter that's in high school, y'all. So I always ask her for her opinions and what she thinks and how she feels about this stuff. And if she's like, Mama, I love it, I want one, then I go with it. If she says something like, it's okay, then I know then okay, it's not something the girlies want. So I'm thankful for her. But after I got all my measurements and everything together, I went on ahead and I duplicated it and then I sent it to be printed. once I print it, y'all, I don't know if y'all seen other videos, but there are so many videos on YouTube that you can watch on how to make your own magnetic bookmarks. You will need some type of Cricut setting. I will say, if you're making them at home, you will need a printer and some type of Cricut machine. Okay, I've seen people use Joys, so I don't think it matters which one, just as long as you know how to use it. um Once I printed them out, I wanted them to have that iridescent shine and that protectant layer on top of it because I was not laminating it. So I was like, the only thing that I could do from here is add the pretty paper that I've been seeing people add on top of it, which I already had some laying around. So before I did these, I was like, you know what, I need to order some more, and I ordered more, because I didn't know how well, and I don't know how well these may or might not do. But either way, I could use this paper for other crafts. It's never a waste. But I just thought that it would really make it so much cuter. So I decided to go with these ones. And I took out 5 of them, and I'm going to cut them down to fit in between the black lines that are that the Cricut machine has to read. Those black half squares. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not, but I'm about to show you. So you see the iridescent look? Yes, y'all. These are the magnets that I use, the really, really little ones, because I didn't want that bulky look. So hey, I don't know, y'all, if these are going to last. I've given 2 of them to my daughter to let her use because she's a book reader too. And I'm just trial and error. Let's see how this goes. Um, So I'm going to cut out this paper to fit within these black margins right here. You can mark it with a pen or pencil. Usually, I'm not gonna lie, I don't. I just cut. I look at it, I lay it down, I pick it up, and I cut. But for video purpose, for presentation purposes, I use my pencil today with my pen, and I cut along those lines until they meet each other. And the portion that I'm left with is the portion that I use to lay on top of my images, my bookmark images. Yeah, it's taking me a while, y'all. But anywho, while I'm doing this, I'm really excited about this. I'm new to this. I've never really sold my artwork before. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I've had a lot of women tell me that they were already interested and couldn't wait on my drop because they loved my art. That's really inspiring, and it's really, it makes you want to keep going. Like, that's what you want to hear when you're making stuff from your own art, from your heart, from your own ideas, from your own mind. Not really taking inspiration from anything else at this point. Just doing what you know, what makes your childlike heart happy. And this is what it is for me. I'm a strawberry girl. I love strawberries. I like ghosts. So I'm also thinking about adding these to like a little sticker sheet and just selling a sticker sheet. I got a few more little designs that I'm gonna show y'all. Not in this video, but in another one. Um, I'm thinking about it. What do y'all think? So once I get the laminating paper, holographic laminated paper, positioned within the black margins, I lay it down onto my Cricut cutting pad. Yeah, I got some tape over there on the opposite end. Don't worry about that. And I decided to do each and every last one of these like this. So I was like, you know what? Since this is my first time doing this, I do not want to make too many of these and they do not sell. Because, like I said, y'all, I don't know what this is going to do. I'm going on a hope, a wish, and a prayer right now. And so if they sell good, if they don't, oh well. I will sell them at some type of little vendor market event. I promise you they will get sold. But other than that, I didn't want to just bombard myself with making too many of these and then being disappointed that I didn't get any sales. So I only decided to start off with like 20. And I want to say that in the midst of me trying to make those 20s, y'all, I'm a triplet mama. I hate to keep bringing it up, but my babies have been teething, so it's been a hectic week. It took me a week just to do this voiceover. I almost forgot what was on this video trying to do this voiceover. I'm trying to whisper right now because they can hear me, and if I get too loud, they cut up. So hey, yeah, it's been one heck of a week over here. I'm just happy to finally be able to do this and get it out to you guys. I know I'm kind of rambling. I know what I want to talk about, y'all, when I'm editing these videos, but when I get ready to do the voiceover, I have no idea what I want to talk about. So y'all gonna have to give me some topics or something. If there's anything you would like to know or see more of, any type of tutorials, any of that, let me know. I have another one I'm working on right now. Actually, it's for some stand-up props. If anybody is interested, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I did those in the next video. But back to this, y'all, I just love my little Cricut machine. I redecorated it for video purposes. That's all, for aesthetic purposes. That was the only reason. It didn't need it. I liked it plain, but I wanted my name on it for video purposes. So I did it, and I'm very happy with that. Um, Also, my next thing will be trying to figure out how to make my own stickers. And I ain't talking about individuals, I mean the actual sheets. That's really what I want to do. So they came out really clean, really nice, very happy. Love my Cricut machine. It never gives me any issues. I don't ever really have to collaborate it or anything. I know a lot of people do have those type of issues, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't move my Cricut machine. I used to be a barber, so hey, I noticed when you have machines, if you move them a lot, yeah, you might need to do some recalibrating a lot. But I don't move my machines at all, just to keep everything inside of it intact, and I don't really have any issues. I also wanted to do something to the opposite side of these bookmarks because I was like, it's paper. I didn't want anything to happen to it. So I tried to put some clear, well, I didn't try, I actually did put some clear laminated paper on the opposite side. And then I decided that it made them a little thicker than I liked. Not a bad idea. I just need to figure out how to make my edges more smooth, I guess. It's not anything bad. It's just a personal preference thing. If I'm going to be selling them, I want it to be as perfect as I can, get it. So I'll be working on that. But for the meantime, I did cancel that idea and I just made them the regular way. But if you do end up ordering or purchasing and you get a little ghost with the strawberry, then just know some of them might have that sealing on top, on the back for the extra protection. Um, I glued the magnets onto these, y'all. Very, very small magnets because I just want it to be different. I just want it to be different. I didn't want the big black ones. I didn't want them to be that big because I don't like for stuff to stick out of my book and make the book stay open. So I tried to find the smallest ones that I could find, and I think I succeeded. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is my first time, so everything here right now is really just trial and error, and I'm really hoping that y'all buy some and let me know how they hold up. um Maybe I should throw a discount out because this is my first time, but at the same time, I gotta get paid, for my time. And I did do the best that I could. I bought the best products that I could find. I don't use any kind of cheap paper. So I think it's still worth the price that I set them for. Also, I know that I said that this collection will not be available or ready until August the 30th if you have been checking on my website. I know I also posted a week ago that my website was down. Well, y'all, it's officially back up. And for those of you who have been asking, I did go ahead and release these items that you see right now for the Blueberry collection, the Sweet and Spooky collection. Okay, y'all. So you can get these berry corn bookmarks, and you can get this cute little Boo Ghost berry. You can get that, and you can get the Busy Girl notepad that I made. The notepads, I made them because I'm always sitting around trying to write stuff, trying to remember everything, and I have a hard time trying to remember everything, and I need to write stuff down quickly because I'm usually having clients or potential clients and customers reach out to me with questions and ideas and things like that. Sometimes I'll just come up with a title or something to talk about, a theme for another video, things like that. If you're a busy girl, I think that the notebook that I created, the notepad that I created, is going to be really beneficial for you. So I would definitely check it out if I were you. And I knew I like notepads. I like notepads. They match the theme for the upcoming season, fall and Halloween. And I will be working on one for Christmas. So if y'all interested in that or want to see what I come up with, stay tuned. Or do y'all think I should just let it go with this? Let me know. I don't know, I don't know. It probably doesn't matter. I might just do it anyway because I already got a few holiday themes that I've been working on for Christmas time. So that'll be next. But in the meantime, I will continue to post tutorials on all these other crafts that I do, which would include my laser machine mostly and paper crafts. Y'all, I do a lot of paper crafts. So I actually just like I said, did some stand-up props. So be looking for those ones. Now I think I'm about to try to assemble these magnets. I am. So these are the magnets that I decided to use, y'all. They are very, very small. Like I said, I just didn't want it to be really bulky, and it's kind of hard to avoid that no matter what technique you use because you're folding them over. So it's always going to be something in between the paper that's twice the original thickness is supposed to be because they have to snap together, right? So it's kind of inevitable to make it as thin as I would like, even though I searched high and low on these internet streets for a very thin magnet. I don't think, or magnet sheet, I don't think they have them in ideal form for these type of projects yet. So I chose to use this. It was hard trying to only get a small amount of glue on these bookmarks so that I could put this small magnet on this small dot that you can't even see because I can hardly see it without my glasses. And that was really hard, y'all, without getting a glob of glue all over it, making it hard to open. So what I realized what I had to do was I have to use a very small amount of glue. A very small amount. This glue is really good. Fabric Tech. And this is what I used for all my ghosts. And they're holding up. So I started using it for my berry corn, right? But what I realized was with the berry corn, I was putting too much glue. So I also used something like this to keep it from opening so that they could dry all the way. When I did that, y'all, and I opened them up after they had dried, I noticed that because it was so much glue residue around the magnets that the magnet wasn't even staying. So I went on a search looking for some really good glue, and what I found was some not Gorilla Glue. Um, is it E6000, y'all? I think that's what it is. I'm in another part of the house. I'm trying to, keep the peace so I can do this voiceover. I should have brought it, but I think it's called E6000, and that's what I ended up using. I bought it in a really, really small tube, and it works. I haven't lost a magnet yet. I'm very happy. So, like I said, this is the first time. It's a lot of trial and error in these, but if y'all interested in making them similar to mine, because personally I haven't seen anyone use this magnet style, which is another reason I went for it. I want to have my own signature look, so you'll know, hey, I'm buying from SugaRii. This is her style. Not saying that it hasn't been done before. I don't know. I just haven't seen it. If it has or is already being done, I haven't seen it. But I forgot. I forgot. Anywho, so yeah, I ended up going this route. Very happy with the E600 6000 glue. I would use that. I would find something to be able to put a very small dot on it. You do not need a lot. You do not want the glue to encapsulate the actual magnet. Okay, trust me, you just don't, because then the magnet might not stay. And oh my god, y'all, I'm just gonna have to show y'all a tutorial on how I did this because it got to the point where if you're paying attention, I don't even know if I did it because I stopped recording, but I had to put a little dot on the top just like I'm doing right now, just a little bitty dot, even smaller than the one that you can hardly see because my hand is in the way, even smaller than that one, and push the top down so that I would know it would leave a spot on the top when I open it. And when I open it, now I know where to put the remaining glue, another dot at, that's thick enough to actually hold the magnet on the opposite side. So I had to figure that out. Be careful, don't use too much glue if you're doing it this way. Now, if you're using the sticky magnets, then you're good to go. I just didn't want to do it that right. I want it to be different and unique. That's me. I always trying to do something different. And it might not pay out in the end, but then again, it just might. That's just the risk you take when you take chances like this in your business. But here they are, y'all. I'm very, very pleased with how they came out. These are my first set, my first theme of magnetic bookmarks. I'm really hoping that y'all like them. Oh my God. And if you do, please visit my website, www.SugaRiisllc. And as always, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.